Coming up in this video. On my way home I decided that actually I'd like to have a cream tea before I went home, so I popped to Lindhurst again. As it was only 4:30 p.m. in the afternoon, I found out that the New Forest Heritage site was still open, so let's go and have a look around it. It is free entry, although they do suggest you make a small donation. And yes, I'm still a big kid at heart, so I did do any interactions that I could do in this place for little kids. Beaulieu Road is where I've stopped a few times to see the ponies. If you are ever in Lyndhurst, I suggest you do go and visit this place, as it was really interesting. And the Ferraris were outside the showroom. Woohoo! It was nice to see them, although I could see through the glass window the F1 Ferrari car. And no, I was too scared to go and ask them if I could go and have a look at the F1 car. Plus, I had my heavy camera bag on my back and didn't want to scratch a single car in the showroom. And then I had a look around the shop, Paws in the Forest. And wow, they had lots of Charlie Bear stuff, and also some crazy cat lady things as well. They also had Charlie Bears, Stife Bears, Paddington Bears, Peter Rabbit things. They had so many bears and stuff in there, it was amazing. They also had crazy cat lady things too. They also had a few Winnie the Pooh Stife Bears too, although they came with a very hefty price tag. I think I'll leave them on the shelf. Then I went to Peggy May's for a cream tea. Well, okay, a cream decaf coffee. It was yummy but very filling, and I only managed to eat one of the scones and use up one of the pots of jams, so I took the others back to the B&B. I planned ahead and cut the scone in half, and then I put it all in the takeaway box. It fitted perfectly. Oh, and do we need to have a debate about how you pronounce scone or scone? Oh, and then the next question is how you actually do it. Do you do cream first and then jam, or jam first and then the cream? Then I wasted a little bit more time by trying to get a photo of the flags actually flying and not flopped down. Then it was time to head back to the B&B to go and pack and get ready to go home for tomorrow. I then took a few photos of the B&B so that I could do this actual holiday video. And little Eel is out for the count. Upon packing, I then realised that actually my bedroom had an actual fireplace, so I took a photo of that too. I then sorted out all my bags to pack and put in the car. I even planned ahead and got a whole bag full of laundry ready just to chuck in the machine. And then it was time for tea. I decided I'd have my fruits gone that I had left over from earlier. And as it's Friday, I got to watch it with Gardener's World. Hello, Monty! And don't worry, for all of you wondering how my garden got on during the heat wave in the UK, I will have a video coming up very soon, once I've got through my backlog of other videos. I do my scones the Cornwall way, apparently. I do the butter first, then the jam, and then the clotted cream. The car park was busy tonight with a lot of diners eating at the restaurant in this B&B. I then had also decided to have some self-care time, so I planned ahead and bought myself a face mask with me on holiday. So I sat back, relaxed and read my book that my client gave me for holiday. And just before I went to bed, this is what the outside of the hotel looks lit up at night. I did quite a lot of steps today, so it's time to hit the hay and get ready for tomorrow's drive home. During the week, the B&B does a continental breakfast, but at the weekend, we get to have a cooked breakfast. So I just chose to have sausage, egg and bacon, a very simple and light breakfast. Oh, and a few cups of decaf coffee as well. And then after breakfast, it was time to pack my bags up into the car and head home. I stopped at Fleet Services again on the way home. And coming out to my car after my quick visit to the toilets, I saw the British bobsleigh and skeleton team van sitting in the next row. Oh, like, hello! And I walked up my pathway, put the key in the door very slowly, walked into the porch very slowly and poked my head round the door to find Blue was asleep in the cat bed and upon seeing me, looked at me and went, "Mum!" and then jumped down and came running towards me. It was so sweet. Then he went straight to his food bowl and decided to eat some food to show Mummy that he does eat. Now, although I'd completed most of my to-do list, there was one place I wanted to go, and that was Xray Gardens. Xray Gardens is well known for their rhododendrons to be out in bloom. However, it was a bit late in the season when I was visiting, so they were pretty much over. And the group of 3 at the breakfast table told me it wasn't worth it for the azaleas and rhododendrons as they were now over. But it was still a good place to go for a walk round. Xray Gardens was down a very narrow track and I was a little bit reluctant to do that. Also, you can't be guaranteed to get parked as they don't have their own car park. The B&B owner also told me that he hadn't heard of any guests going to this place yet. Both these places you also have to pre-book your tickets before you go there. And for all of you that wanted to know about the costing of my holiday, here you go. And here is the miles I travelled. Oh, and just how much walking did I do? Here are my favourite places I've visited. So in third, it's Beaulieu Road, where I saw the New Forest ponies. In second place, it has to be Beaulieu Estate, where I saw lots around the grounds and also the motor museum. It was such a lovely day, and you really do need a whole day to explore the whole estate. But coming out on top has to be Buckler's Hard. It was such a lovely place to visit, and it really did take your breath away. Just turning the corner and just seeing all those houses, like, wow. And for some laughs, here you go. They also had a few Winnie the Pooh bears. Butter, then the jam, and then the